We need your rain, Lord. We need the rain. We need the rain. It makes all things new. It makes all things new.
See, things that I wonder, because to me, until the church really has a heart, until our heart's broken over this situation, things won't change. Our communities won't change. Because until the church changes, don't expect the fruit to go out the doors. Because it's got to happen in me. It's got to happen in you. It's got to happen in here before it's going to start flooding out into our community. And until our heart is broken, until we have that contrite heart, until those things begin to break our heart, what breaks God's heart, it won't shift. It won't change. And here, what is happening? This fading generation, I think that's part of the problem and the gap of what we're seeing. We've got a gap of where we've not been telling our young people. We've not been telling our kids. We've not been telling our grandkids. And if anything, we've been letting the world educate and disciple our kids. And so let me tell you this. If we don't educate them, if we don't disciple them, I'm going to tell you the enemy has no problem. Out your mind. God's coming back, but He's coming back for churches without spot or without blemish. There's work to be done. There's things that's happening to this generation. There's things that's happening to our kids. There's things that's taking them out. And for some reason, it really doesn't seem to bother us. That bothers me. When we get so busy at home and we're trying to work and we're trying to do and we're not spending any time with our kids, you know, one of the things is we counsel people in this, in marriage. You know, what I'm about to tell you is not something we don't do at home. When we can't even sit down at the supper table together as a family, everybody's just going through the house, grabbing whatever they can and shooting out the door. Daddy ain't even coming home till 9 or 10 o'clock at night because he's trying to get ahead in what he's trying to do to make more money. Don't hear this wrong. I'm just saying this is what's happening. Why? So we can get a better car, so we can get a bigger house. And yet all of a sudden there's a disconnection that's happening in the family. There's a disconnection happening with the kids. There's a disconnection. There's a gap. And all of a sudden all that gap begins to fall, not just in the relationship, now it begins to affect the family. Moms are not connecting with their kids because they're too busy. They're trying to do things. They're trying to work. They're trying to do so many things. Then you throw in all the extracurricular activities. I know I'm not getting no help in this. God help me, Jesus. We are so busy. I mean, it's just like we're running Junior over here. We're running Sally over here. We're running her over here. And we're gone 4 and 5, 6, 7 days a week. We ain't even connected. We just got to get them to practice. We got to get them here. We got to get them there. And then all of a sudden, boy, you know, we're out of church. All of a sudden, we're missing 3 and 4 weeks at a time, and we're over here, and we're over there, and we're doing this, and we're doing that, and we're doing this, and we've got to make sure they're over here and doing this. Please don't hear this. I'm just driving this home. I'm already feeling the resistance. God help me. See, what begins to happen is then we start having discord in the family. We start having disunity in the family. We start having problems within the household. Mom and Daddy's not getting along. Now Junior and Daddy's not getting along. Why? Because we're not spending no time together. We're just getting them to their activities. We're getting to work, but I got to go work. I got to work over. Well, Pastor saw we can't be at church this weekend. We got to be out of town. And it leads up to 2 and 3 weeks at a time. Please don't hear this wrong. Please don't stone me. I'm saying, you know, we need to be asking questions that's relevant. We need to be taking a good look at what's going on in our families. We're asking, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why are we seeing division? Why are we seeing the dissension? Why are we seeing these things begin to take place? I would submit to all of us, let's reevaluate our lives and let's look how much time when we get home do we actually spend in front of our television set, surfing, doing nothing. I'll even go and take it another step further. How much time do we sit down on our iPads and our phones and spend in Facebook while our kids, we don't even know where they're at. We don't even know Johnny come home and checked in, but we're more concerned about all the drama and all the stuff that's going on in other people's lives instead of finding out what's happening in our own kids' lives. Amen. Hey! This kind of stuff, and we're wanting and pointing fingers and wanting to blame this person and want to blame this person. I would say let's take a good evaluation to our own self and say what needs to change in my life.